Show up in a way that feels authentic to you. Your clients want to hear from real, raw, unfiltered people. So be real. If something doesn't feel aligned, don't do it. Welcome to the Self-Paid Club podcast. I'm your host, Samantha Peddle, a small-town wife and mom who started my first business at 17 and never looked back. For over a decade, I've been helping other ambitious souls build insane wealth in both life and business. We believe that success comes from growth as the whole person, mastering your time, money, and mindset for a balance between all three. Ditch the hustle culture and achieve your dream life by embracing your own vibe, doing it weird, and doing it your way. This is your destination for all things business strategy, mindset work, success, personal development, marketing, and everything in between. If your mission is to build an empire while having fun, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. If you're a business owner, you should be running your business how you choose. Otherwise, what's the point of being your own boss? Unfortunately, this isn't how a lot of us operate, and we sometimes get stuck in a pattern of following the rules. That's where I used to be too. An overachieving good girl. But now, I'm a recovering perfectionist because I know that done is better than perfect, and a rebellious entrepreneur who approaches business just like I approach all other aspects of my life, my way. How did I make that dramatic shift? Well, we're going to get into that in this episode, so buckle up and get ready for a story. And afterwards, we'll discuss how to apply these principles to your own life so you can enjoy breaking the rules on the daily as well. In the past, growing up, I was always an overachiever and perfectionist. I wanted to get everything right. I wanted to do everything the right way. I wanted to follow the rules, make sure that I did it correctly, and get praise for it, basically. I got straight A's throughout elementary, middle, and high school, honor roll every single year, multiple other awards. I loved doing projects, writing essays, all that sort of stuff, which makes sense on why I like copywriting now, but that's besides the point, right? I procrastinated, yet I still always got straight A's. Like, I would leave my projects until the night before, and I'd start at 9 p.m., and then I would get like an A on it the next day. I don't know why, but I've always worked well under pressure. I'm still this way, but I'm definitely working on the procrastinating part. I always did my best to behave in class. I never spoke out of turn. I just tried to be the good girl in school and follow the rules because that's how I thought you got ahead in life. That's what they try to teach you, right? Throughout your school career. They try to teach you, follow the rules, stay in line, and you'll do well. Well, I did that, and although I did well in school and performed well, it led me to being super shy and also a people pleaser. Not the two best qualities to have if you're going to go on to do big things in life, right? If you're a people pleaser, you're not going to do things for yourself. You're going to do things for everyone else, bend over backwards for other people, and that's how I've been most of my life. And same with being super shy. That doesn't serve me at all in the coaching business, of course, because I have to show up in front of a camera. I have to show up for you. I have to show up on audio, video, all that sort of thing. So being super shy doesn't serve me. I'm not that way anymore, but we're going to get to the shift. After high school, I also got accepted into every university that I applied to. So I definitely put in the work to get the results. I did everything that I was supposed to growing up. Now the shift came when I had the incredible opportunity to work at a national magazine during my co-op placement in high school. It's just a job they place you into, right? Basically like an intern, kind of. And after that placement, they hired me. So it was my biggest dream in life to write for a magazine. That's literally what I wanted for my whole life. I wanted to write for a magazine company. And I ended up achieving it at 16 years old. Not many people get the opportunity to work their dream job when they're that young, but because I had that chance, I got to discover that my dream job wasn't what I thought. Sitting stuffed in an office cubicle, being told what to write, and having zero freedom. Of course, I was still an entry-level writer, like I just started, so I know it would have been different had I put in a few more years at least, but I got the gist of the job and it just wasn't a fit. It didn't feel right. I couldn't picture the rest of my life being in a company like that. Even though the people were great, my coworkers were fantastic, and it was fun in a way, It still didn't feel right. So from there, I ended up deferring my acceptance to university for a year, and I put it on the back burner, and I decided to go my own route and start an online business. This was 2012. This is when I started my 13-year journey, and I never ended up going back to get a normal job, or whatever you want to refer to it as. I won't go into all the details, as I worked in multiple industries in the online business space, tried the freelancing, network marketing, and so on. But all the while, trying to maintain a wall of professionalism. I thought I had to dress in the most professional clothes in my photos, always needing everything I put out into the world to be perfect and polished, never giving personal details about myself, never talking about anything political or controversial in fear of stirring the pot or pissing anyone off, never, absolutely never swearing, because that is unprofessional, right? I don't think so anymore. But just needing to put on this front of perfect professionalism when that wasn't me. It felt off and forced, and I felt disconnected from my business because of it. Like I was a different person in real life, and my friends who knew me offline knew I'd swear and laugh and have a rebellious personality. But for some reason, I was still carrying this must be perfectly polished attitude, just like I had in school, with me throughout my career. When I realized I was following the rules that I created in my own mind, because there's no law that says you can't act like a normal human being in your business, everything shifted. I started showing up as myself, my true self. I saw other women on social media dressing casual, showing up on video with no makeup and messy hair, swearing and having fun in their businesses, and it gave me permission to do the same. At first I thought, oh my God, like, these women are showing up and swearing. They're showing up in sweatpants. Like, how? Like, I thought you weren't supposed to. Why? Who says that? Who says you're not supposed to? Right? So these women gave me permission to do the same. And once I shifted how I was showing up, I started to get excited about my career again. It felt like me. Now I run my business authentically. What you see online and what my clients see behind the scenes in my programs and my coaching membership is how I am in real life. There's no surprises. You get what you get, and that's just me authentically showing up for you. I have tattoos and I like to show them off. I wear what makes me feel good, and if that means pajamas while I work on the couch one day, then so be it. I share personal details and stories about myself, because how else are you supposed to get to know me and trust me? I'm always so excited to build new connections with my community, share my stories, and hear about the struggles that you're going through and how I can help and support you throughout your business journey. I even call myself out on mistakes. If I screw up or if I discover something that works better than what I originally taught you, I'll tell you. Even after 13 years, I'm still always learning and learning alongside you. I believe in building our empires together at the same time. I might be a few steps ahead of you when you're learning from me, but I'm still learning nonetheless. If people think I'm weird, they're right, absolutely. If people have anything negative to say, so those aren't my people. The ones who I really love working with and building alongside are the wild, crazy ones with delusional beliefs around success and know that anything is possible if you stay true to yourself along the way and just keep going, keep pivoting and adjusting until you hit your next goal. Yes, I'm a recovering perfectionist and people pleaser, but it feels good to let those things go for a better way of life, centered around me and what I need in order to grow. And my clients get this back tenfold because I'm able to pour into them from a full cup confidently. Owning my rebellious, badass nature and staying true to who I am in my business has made entrepreneurship so much more enjoyable. I think that's why entrepreneurship in general suits me so well, because I am a rebel at heart. Not despite the fact, but because I am a rebel. I don't like being told what to do, I resist authority, and I like to do things my way. I think as every other entrepreneur that ever existed did as well, right? We like to do things our way, and that's why we want to be our own boss, and we're willing to put in the extra work that other people aren't willing to. So how do you apply these principles to your own life? I would really like you to take parts of my story and apply them to yourself. If you feel like you're showing up with this facade of professionalism and it doesn't feel like you, it feels like you're putting on a front of just like fake, like almost fake professionalism to the point where it doesn't feel like yourself. You feel like you're following the rules that are non-existent. You're making up your own rules and you're following them, saying that you have to do it this way. If that feels like you, take what you've learned from my story and apply it to yourself. Show up in a way that feels authentic to you. Your clients want to hear from real, raw, unfiltered people. So be real. If something doesn't feel aligned, don't do it. Do you hate journaling? It's not the only way to personal development. I promise you that. I don't even like journaling myself. I've tried it so many times, I can't get into it. It's just not for me. Don't do it. Does a rigid schedule bore the crap out of you? Don't make one. Plan your weeks loosely. Do what you feel in the moment, and if that's the way that you make progress, then do it that way. Does a vision board feel too structured? Skip it. Be the vision board instead. Be the vision board of your life. Don't want to give anything away for free? Then offer a low-ticket lead magnet in its place. You don't have to offer freebies. Nobody is telling you what to do except yourself. Build your business in a way that feels right and watch your attitude towards it and your sales transform over the next few weeks. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Self-Paid Club podcast. If you enjoyed today's discussion, please rate the show and leave a review. You'll be helping other entrepreneurs discover the podcast and step into their true power as well, so we can change the way that women operate in the business space. Until next time, stay wealthy.